This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 3 of the WSOP and episode number 46 of the Only Friends podcast. We're joined by a full set here today. Welcome back, Andre. Yeah. I think this is the first time you and I have sat down together since...
we haven't actually talked. We've been meaning to just like sit down and grab a meal? Question mark?
No. Berkey doesn't do that shit.
You didn't see yesterday's episode? He doesn't do that stuff.
You have a blender with some chicken?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. We can catch a lift if you want.
A lift to what?
A lift to where?
A lift to the gym that you left.
Thank you, Landon. Landon is a proper meathead. He understands my language now.
You just go to Japanero again.
Landon's a goddamn savage. He is a confirmed
When people
meathead.
say catch a lift, they're not thinking about lifting. Yeah. They're thinking about a lift.
I did.
I would think most people. I'm on your side,
well,
Chin.
think
most
about
people
drive
think
though.
I think
like,
they're gonna drive around in like a lift for an hour.
I don't care if I'm not talking to the right people here. Those of us who live in the gym and pay our dues know what catch a lift means.
Nah, I'm talking to a girl. I'm telling her, hey, you want to catch a lift to my house?
Why would I ever say catch a lift to a girl about going to the gym?
You don't use the words catch a lift.
Catch a lift to my house.
I do live at the gym though, to be fair.
Is that why you're in that neoprene suit?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Are
you cutting?
Flex with the people.
No.
You want to wear a garbage bag in my sauna?
No, I don't. I have my own sauna though.
Based.
Ooh, I did not know this.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's a sauna man.
Did you get the barrel one from Costco? The outdoor one?
Oh no, it came with the house. I don't know.
For real?
Look at this guy, bro.
Infrared
That's
or?
incredible.
I think it's infrared.
Yeah.
Correct.
Nice.
But I do probably like somewhere around 2.5 to 3 hours every day. No day off. No, at the gym.
Oh, gotcha.
I was like,
how are you finding 2.5 hours in the sauna?
No.
There's no body
Just a
fat over
raisin.
here.
Why do you keep elbowing?
Because they're strong. They're strong, bro. Flex with the people.
They can't see. Anyway, so the reason why I wear this all the time is because if I wear like civilian clothes and then I change out of it, I'm just doubling up on my laundry every single fucking time.
I like your style.
I nonstop do laundry as is. So it's because like we have geese too. It's just like so much.
You should hire someone.
Not for that.
Why not for that?
I do it. It's true. It's high EV.
It's so cheap.
It's so high EV
How much
for
is
life,
it?
dude. It's like $100, dude.
What?
Wait. I pay a personal assistant $200 a week, and laundry's included. So like just to get a laundry service would probably be like $50.
Yeah, for sure. And like
You're looking right now.
I have a person they pick up the food, they do everything in the house. They like wash the sheets, fold all the clothes, wash the clothes. Like $100 plus a little tip.
I have somebody that does that for free.
Wow. Here we are with the man and the gender roles again, taking it back to 1950.
Yeah.
Wow, you
My
finally said
wife is
something
a
controversial.
professional who goes to work every single day.
And you make her make the food and do
takes
the
care
And, no, I
laundry.
make all the food.
Oh, okay.
She does a lot. We have roles.
But no, honestly, it's for a person like you, executive. You're
I fucking hate doing all that like busy work.
Guess what? I got a solution for you.
shouldn't.
Don't do it.
Yeah, he's
Don't
right.
do it.
All right.
Right.
I'm here for you, Andre.
We'll
the
talk
time.
after.
The time recouped is worth it,
Of course.
The whole reason to earn any money in this life is to spend it on convenience.
Correct.
and time,
Yeah,
Yeah, you
recouped
can't be too
time.
convenient.
they
food.
go together.
and great food. I agree with that part.
Yeah, you can't be too
100%.
convenient. Last time I got too convenient, I got yelled at.
Silly.
The problem is I see both ways on that. I don't want to rehash that conversation, but I see where you're coming from.
No, I know. I don't want to dig back into it either.
Yeah,
I just think like I don't like the idea of spending a big sum on something that's very fleeting. Like qualify things as experience, fine, but like usually the time around the idea of an experience is meaningful. Where it's
but like
a
for
meal is
instance,
very
you'll
short.
do the same
We
thing with
weren't gonna dig
snowboarding.
into it, and now we're digging into it.
Yeah, but like I said, there's a progression there. So that's like a lifelong progression where it's like that meal that you eat is just consumed and done away with.
Yeah, but the conversation and the experience that you have with the people that you
Again,
go out with.
again, that has nothing to do with the cost.
Well,
You could do that at a fucking Benihana's.
Yo, what's up? Benihana's is nice.
Okay,
I
let's
hate
not go into this.
I don't
too
like
hard.
Benihana's.
All right, what's on the docket for today, Brooke?
Well, there was a real shit show yesterday at the WSOP. Not their fault per se, but I got there late. I literally got there like, I don't know.
You almost got there as this was happening, right?
Yeah, I got there like half a level before the break, which is always terrible timing. Like the last thing you want to do is sit down, play a couple hands, and then go and break. But it felt a little bit better yesterday. I literally doubled up the first hand I was dealt, and then we go and break. And I was already a little annoyed because it's a color up break, and they're like 30 minutes minimum. It might be longer.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm gonna take lunch then, I guess. Which, for what it's worth, like I understand these massive fields, like they do an amazing job. I can't say that enough, but I think there are some considerations to make as far as like saving time goes over the long haul. Either reducing or eliminating the dinner break for day ones of these massive fields, I think would make the majority of people happy. Like, I understand the idea of, well, you start at 10 a.m., nobody really gets a chance to, but if you're taking 30 plus minute color up breaks anyway, there's plenty of food options. People are going to find their way to eat and get a meal or whatever the case may be. Like, sure, they're not going to have a nice sit down 90-minute dinner, but you know, that doesn't have to be a part of a $500 tournament experience.
Yeah.
I also
It's
I kind
hard.
of disagree. I disagree because we're talking about a $500 tournament, which means there's fucking 2,200 people in that room, and a 30-45 minutes is going to completely cram every option around you.
Were you around on the break yesterday? There wasn't a line at a single place where it
getting
came
high
to
in the
food.
Yeah, because there's a 90-minute
Okay.
dinner break.
But
Not
actually-
as much.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
saying, you
90
take
minute
away the 90-minute dinner break.
It's not the only break.
but a lot of people
That was the
left.
third break of the day.
Like, I think a lot of people just leave and just they go other places.
But how many
It's not
color
right
ups are there? There's only 2 color ups?
No, there was a color up literally 2 levels. Well, I mean, they skipped it because the break ended up being so long.
Like, if we delete the 90-minute dinner break, it just makes the tournament ends at 11 instead of 12:30.
Oh, actually,
So you're asking people to go from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I'm not. Well,
If we delete the dinner break altogether.
yeah, I would agree with you if there were no food options. But there's this is different than Rio. Like, there are so many food options on site at Bally's in Paris. Like,
Right, but then-
endless food options.
But then Conrad's take is true. Like 2,200 people going to food in like a short amount of time is really hard.
one thing I will say that is they have a website, Bally's in Paris. It's called man, I can't remember right now, but you can order your food from the
From the site.
restaurant. Yeah,
So that's good.
right. It's just like
Pick it up or they bring
It's
it
a
to your
tough.
You
table?
gotta
It's a
pick it
tough
up.
spot.
You gotta pick it
It's a
up,
tough
but it's a
spot.
$3.
'Cause
I mean, there are 6
I've
breaks
had-
throughout the day.
Yeah, but they're 20 minutes.
No, they're not. That's the whole point.
Only one of them was not 20 minutes. That was the color
30
break.
minutes is normally just enough to get your food.
I heard
like-
one was 2 hours.
It was 1 hour. It was for sure an hour. And that's not true. The next break was also 30 minutes.
No.
Well, no, it was a dinner break, I guess.
Right. They're 20-minute breaks. With
But it
that
would have been
one
30
color-
minutes because it was a color up break.
Right. The color up break was the longer break.
Right, but then
The
they color
most-
up again at level 10. So they
So
have an
another 30.
impromptu break at level 10 that they ultimately skipped
Yeah.
and chose to color up at dinner instead. But no matter what, whether you have a dinner break there or just a color up break, it's still going to be a 30-minute break. When it comes to these massive fields on day one, they're almost always uniformly 30 minutes.
I've had the experience
stretch.
of the no dinner break and just going like 11 to 8 at Borgata, and those were always fantastic experiences. But I don't know if it's feasible with this kind of a large field and how long you have to play.
Yeah,
Because
like if you're
Borgata,
already
11
until 11 anyways.
11 to
what's-
8, play
yeah.
straight, with a couple breaks, a couple 15-minute breaks here and there. That was a great experience. But I don't know because it's like this tournament goes from 10 a.m. to 12:30.
Does it, though? Is it
Quarterback-
22 levels?
It's 22 levels.
12:30.
Yeah.
It might have been 1.
Okay, but that was with an extra addition,
that
an
was with
additional
an
break.
extra
It's level 22 when you back.
Yeah, so they play 12 levels, which is not 12 levels.
11 hours
It would be the right.
of play.
Right, so I guess that's what I'm getting at. Is like it ends up being 11 hours of play with 3.5 hours of break, more.
I mean,
Right.
speaking of structures, the 25K heads up structure was absolutely terrible. Honestly, there was a level that was 1K, 1,500 blinds, no ante, and then there was another level 1K, 2,500 blinds.
That's standard whenever you
We did not color up the 100 chips, and nobody used them.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, the reason for that structure is to reduce the color.
There are ways to get around playing a 1K 1500 level, though. You just go slower, like 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 10, 6, 12, or whatever. Do it that way. And then 7, 14 is a real level. And then 8, 16, you can just do 9, 18.
I think what's happening.
You're so online.
No, I think what's happening is remember
7-14 is not a live level.
But also,
ever.
you have to play. Remember, you have to play 2 matches a day. So it's like if the structure is too good, it's going to be really hard.
It doesn't have to be that good in the sense of have all the levels involved. But at 1K 1500, I was just limping range on button. Like it's a different game. And then 1K 2500, different game.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't exist.
Well, 1K 15, it should be 1500, 2500, not 1K 2500. That's the only mishap. It shouldn't be 3 levels of 1K small blind.
They should have a way to make it not so that the big blind and the button, the disparity is that great in both directions. A 1K 2500, button's not supposed to play very many hands.
That's what I just said. It shouldn't be 1K for 3 levels. It should be 1K 1500, 1K 2K, 1500, 2500.
Why not 1500 3K?
I mean, yeah, sure. You can skip the 2500 level if you want, but then you're just going to complain that it gets too shallow too fast.
No, I wouldn't complain it gets too
Standard
shallow too fast.
Standard high roller structures would be, as I said, a repeat of 1K small blind and then a repeat of 1500 small blind.
Let's put a pause on the 25K because we're gonna have some time to talk about that.
Sure,
But
let's get back
to the housewarming.
Sure.
Yeah, anyway, so this ends up turning into an hour-long break, and I guess what ended up happening was that there's a lot of new dealers for this event, obviously. There was like 1,000 new hires this year. They have a ton of tables to kind of cover, and one of the dealers was very inexperienced. And when he heard color up, he thought he meant color coordinate the entire table. So he pulled in all of the chips and separated them by color.
Yeah.
For an entire 9-handed table.
How did they resolve it? 'Cause
Oh
I saw
my
that this
God.
happen, but I didn't see how they.
I assume that they had footage that they could go back to.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me because like I've
hard.
I've had a
Like-
lot of dealings with floors where it's like, well, just check the cameras. And A, it's always a really difficult thing for them to even do. And then B, somehow they're using like cameras from like 1994 where it's always inconclusive. They always come back
agreed.
and they're just like, we couldn't really see anything.
Yeah.
What do you mean? How are you ever going to catch a cheat if you can't see if that's my $500 chip or his? I don't understand. Like, what is the purpose of these said cameras?
Yeah, I don't know. That's always true. It's never conclusive.
Like, they haven't had 1080. They haven't upgraded to the 1080p yet. And
They're not even on 720, dog. They're just like straight up.
Yeah.
They're straight up on like, you know when you hit auto on the fucking YouTube.
They might be
yeah,
black
it's like
and white.
166.
They possibly are black and white.
But yeah, I mean, I assume that they went back to the cameras. I haven't heard any complaints from anybody who was at the table. Like, nobody spoke out publicly, so I imagine that they got it right. And it obviously took a tremendous amount of time.
Bro, there's like rumors though. It's just like I don't know what the rumors are. I heard people got refund. I heard other shit. I'm not sure what actually happened though.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they can conclude exactly how much everybody had.
It would be
right.
very fucking
Right.
hard.
So I heard like everyone just got a refund, but I don't know if
That's
that's
a good way to
actually
handle
true.
it, I think. I think it's a really good way to handle it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to handle it. Conrad, I was telling Conrad, I was like, I think everyone got a refund, and Conrad's like, if I had 100K, I would be pissed.
Well, I assume you're still going to have close to 100K. They didn't give everyone a refund and then just divvy up their chips evenly.
I don't know what happened.
I
No, you
thought
still
they'd
get to play.
Oh, I thought they wouldn't be.
You
was
just get like a
it
free
they're just
roll.
free
Plus
rolling,
free roll.
obviously.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be a nice way to do it. I'm not sure if that's actually what happened. I mean, I don't know if they'll even tell us. Couple things. I didn't like the photo in terms of like immediately like they like kind of released the dude's face a little bit, and I was like, bro, like that's not a little fair. Like people make mistakes at work all the time. I don't think we needed to like release the dude's face.
There's no way you could pick him out of a lineup.
Somebody
It's
knows
like
him.
it's like a slight
Conrad knows him.
side profile. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does, bro.
I mean-
Conrad knows every dealer in town.
There's
They're
there
clients.
is- listen,
This guy's probably never
listen.
been seen other
Listen.
than yesterday.
There is
Well, the dealers definitely know who he is.
no, they don't, because there's no chance in hell this man has ever dealt a tournament before.
Yeah.
0%.
Maybe cash.
It's
but
literally 0% he's ever dealt a tournament.
actually,
Right.
It would be impossible to have ever even dealt one tournament and
do
make
that.
that mistake.
Yeah.
Because he might have done it earlier, right? If you have dealt the tournament and do that as a color up,
He
someone
dealt
would
the
say,
tournament
hey,
before.
No.
He dealt the tournament before.
He couldn't
dealt.
have.
He dealt. Guapo said he dealt to him at St. Jude's. The charity tournament. I don't know if they have color ups there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel for the guy because it's like I know what it's like to lack a certain degree of confidence in your competency whenever it comes to something new. Like this reminds me of being a kid jumping into Little League and stuff like that. It's like I know how to play baseball, but you don't know all of the intricacies of it yet.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people with more experience that take those intricacies for granted.
Yeah.
So it's like you get told to go do a drill and you're kind of just like standing there waiting to mimic somebody and you're like looking around for some sort of help, but you don't want to be the one to ask.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want to say what's pepper.
Yeah, it's like playing backyard football, and then you go to something organized
Right.
where
Yeah,
the
this is the
rules are
thing.
completely different.
This is the thing with the dealers. Like, you're going to catch some, inevitably, you're going to catch a couple dealers that are very inexperienced, very slow. And it is what it is. I think if you complain about them being slow or like telling them that they're slow or to hurt, like it just makes
makes it worse.
Way
So
worse.
much
It
worse.
completely
Way worse.
freezes them
Yeah.
up.
Right,
It
of course.
literally,
Yeah.
it just stops.
They're
The world stops.
Right, they're obviously
World stops.
already
1000%.
nervous. They're already nervous.
Yeah.
Why would you want to make them more nervous? Put the spotlight on
For
them.
sure. They
Just
become like
relax
deer in
them.
headlights.
When people
Positive-
relax, they perform better.
When it,
100%.
when it
Positive
comes down to
reinforcement.
it, I expect a fucking check from WSOP next week in my fucking box anywhere.
Does the check go to the tab?
I dealt 3 tables yesterday. And I feel really weird because like there's times where like shit's just like there and like I'll start dealing. Like, I'll literally just start giving people change and just like get there.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Same
it's like
thing.
I don't know how
Yeah,
I
but
feel.
you shouldn't do that.
I know I shouldn't do it, but every time I
does
literally
help
go like
them.
this with my hands. And I'm like,
That's
I feel
not why you
weird.
shouldn't do it. That's not why you shouldn't do it. I agree with what you guys are saying, but like, there's a huge caveat to this. First of all, they're slow because they're slow, not because. I mean, yes, nerves play into it and make them slower, but even relaxed, they're still going to be one of the slower deers. The people complaining are not looking for better performance. They're looking to complain.
I meant with nervous, like making mistakes. People are gonna make more mistakes when they're
Sure.
nervous. Obviously they're gonna make mistakes anyways, but when they're nervous, they're gonna make more.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're gonna
like,
make less
people are-
when they're relaxed.
People are complaining for the sake of complaining. The other aspect I want to talk about, like what Conrad's doing, is like where you take over the table. Like you can't do that in such a forceful way. You can offer help, and I try to do this a lot. Where it's like it's clear they're struggling with change. It's clear they're struggling with like counting stacks and stuff like that. But like you can't proactively do it. You can't proactively reach and touch chips and do all these things because now you're crossing a line for them, and that's mass confusion.
No, I wait until there's confusion. Like just like that second. It only takes them 2 seconds.
Right, but
Seconds.
again, it's like if they're like trying to like this happens all the time. Somebody goes all in, somebody gets called, and the dealer's trying to figure out who covers who, and they start counting like the smallest denomination of chips. So it's like 150K stack versus like 148K stack, and they're counting out the hundreds. And it's like, please, like, would you like a little bit of help? And then you can ask that, right? And now all of a sudden, like you can make things more efficient. But if you just reach to like help break down someone's stack or whatever, they're lost because they're counting out the fucking hundreds in their head.
I never did it in that. I'm sorry, that's the way you took it. I never did it in that like.
Well, it's the same thing with making change and shit like that.
Yeah, but it's always like like we're sitting there at confusion. Like there's no movement, there's no nothing, and it's just like okay, here, this gets this much, this person gets this much, and whatever.
The point is like positive reinforcement is good, especially when dealers are very, very new.
Yeah, just be nice also, just because if you're just nice, they're gonna want to learn, like, and they're gonna get better. Like we don't have dealers, that's why they're dealing. So when it comes down to it,
the situation with the dealer doing that, like with the color up, like obviously a huge mistake, but I think we have to remember like there's so many people in that place that have to deal. Like there's no way you're gonna catch thousands and thousands of dealers on short notice to be hired that are all expert dealers. Like a lot of these dealers, this is their first tournament ever, and they took the job for the summer. So it's like it's our job as professionals to like help as minimally intrusive as we can, and then not berate them or whatever. And then on top of that, I don't know what happens to this guy. I heard he got fired, like snap fired. I don't know. I mean, that's obviously not our decision, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, we
look,
don't want to play 10-handed, right?
The guy needs to be, something had to have been done, right? It's like gross incompetence, but I actually think it's more so gross incompetence from the WSOP hiring side. But we're all stuck in a weird place. Like, as you guys said, there's a huge dealer shortage and there's a huge demand for a lot of dealers right now. So it's just what the system is providing. I don't think it's really, I wouldn't shit on this guy so much. Even if I saw his face, I'd just be like, man, that sucks. It happens.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we all make mistakes at work.
Correct.
All the time, and it is what it is.
It's tough to call it gross negligence too, because this isn't something that you can test for. Like, you couldn't preemptively think like, oh, somebody might fuck up coloring up.
Yeah, and also like,
so it's not like this is what's being screened for when you're testing as a dealer.
Yeah. Like, and if you ever went to like dealer school, they're never gonna do like a color up or anything, probably.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can shuffle and you can pitch cards, you're probably getting hired at this point. And we all kind of accept that as the lay of the land, especially in the smaller events. And they do a really good job of like promoting up the better dealers to the bigger buy-in stuff too, which I think matters a lot. That's where the rake is kind of the highest, or maybe it's comparable percentage-wise, but like we're paying an exorbitant cost to play 5Ks, 10Ks, etc.
Some people in the chat saying he's working at the cage now because they still need people working at the cage, which if that's true, I think that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
it's great.
Yeah,
cool.
For sure.
Probably comparable pay too. Yeah, I had a pleasant experience yesterday in the 500. Everybody was super nice. I didn't see anybody who was like curmudgeon-y or berating dealers. We had some really snail-like dealers. And it's not their fault, but like, you know, there are just certain procedures that you're taught in order to not make mistakes that really slow the game down. Like not pitching a card until both blinds in the ante are out. It's like, you know, we're in a tournament. We're not leaving.
We're not going anywhere.
I promise you we're good for it. But they're right. They're right. Because like if you're not diligent with that, then somebody acts out of turn, or the big blind folds his hand and he yells at the dealer for not telling him that it was his big blind, especially in a rec heavy field.
Agreed.
So it's like they're 100% right, but it's also like I really need this 30 seconds back that's happening every single hand.
Yeah, that's what happened to me yesterday. I had 10 big blinds and then a snail dealer came in and I was like, I just accept my fate, man. Like I know.
Is that a new term?
There's no way anymore. Like,
is that a new term? Snail dealer?
The snail dealer.
Snail dealers?
Yeah.
I got that from Berkey right now.
Melissa said that he's working for All American Days right now. He's running sandwiches between Paris and Bally's.
Wait, are
Reach up to Fiji.
they working right now?
Huh?
They're not working there,
No, it's a
like
troll.
from like.
It's a total troll.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
It's just a
maybe
meme, bro.
maybe as
I know.
apple cart in Fiji.
I would figure he would do some sort of delivery service though, but.
Fiji delivery service.
They're very unionized on the strip, so like you can't deliver food to
Oh
Paris and
wow, I
Bally's.
didn't know that.
He could have done something where like people picked it up out in front of the places, but like,
Yeah.
you know, that's not the same service. People aren't going to pay for that.
Yeah, for sure. Even when you order Uber and shit, you have to pick it up like at the front. They can't come give it to you
Oh,
inside.
okay.
Interesting.
Saw another bracelet get shipped yesterday. Big shout out to David Peters. He powered through the shits, as he claimed. He had the runs, the squirts, the diarrhea, if you will, for the better part of 3 days. Didn't matter.
What if he did?
He really had it?
really did, bro.
Oh man.
That'd be pretty sick.
I mean, what's the play there? Wear a diaper, or just like really trust that you can squeeze it?
Just hope you get that extended break for 90 minutes.
You don't know when you can time it, man. Like that stuff just comes on, you know. You think you're fine, then next thing you know, you sharded, and it's kind of like, fuck, I didn't bring a change of clothes. This is
an edge,
gonna be
though.
bad.
It's an edge.
Anybody have D Peters?
No, he's
I
a
don't think
bonus
so.
player.
He's a bonus player. I
He's a
know.
bonus-
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a weird pick.
He only
because he's
plays
not
no
gonna
limit
play-
events.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
he
gonna
said-
play 6 World Series events.
Didn't
Yeah.
he say he said he
then
was
he's
gonna
gonna go
like
find
play a
some-
limited schedule,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But now
They mostly all
But now
do.
he said he's gonna play a lot more now that he won.
Anytime most of the time, a lot of these guys, like if they're in the running for Player of the Year, they start adding a couple of events.
Yeah.
I mean, winning one event doesn't suddenly just like propel you.
No, it doesn't.
There are
It
gonna be
doesn't.
75 winners this year.
Right.
It's
Well,
like,
winning 2 events does, right?
You want to? Yeah.
Winning 2
Starts
events,
to.
It starts to. It starts
I mean,
Better to have him than not to have him. You want to be
Yeah.
ahead.
It's
right?
weird. It's a weird thing.
Well,
2
that's not
events, I
necessarily
feel like
true.
you start being in the running,
I mean,
in the conversation.
When you rip off the first
there's
one, it's
always
like,
going to be multiple bracelet winners in a summer.
it's hope.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, like, if you were to get D. Peters as a bonus player for an extra $25 or whatever they decided to do, and
It's
you knew
nice.
you were going to get 50 points, I mean,
Yeah, it
take my
helps.
money, right?
It helps for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not sure that's actually true EV-wise.
What?
You get 8 players for $500?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So the cost per player is like, I don't know, $37, something along those lines. And you're expecting them to average, I would imagine, in the hundreds.
You think
I don't
each,
know. I
you
don't
think
know how
each,
points are
You get
calculated.
100 points for winning.
50.
you think each player you draft is supposed to be worth, on average, around 100 points?
Well, it depends.
How do
I
you come up
guess.
with 100 points?
No,
Like,
there's diminishing returns, right? Or expected value based on how much you paid for each player, right?
Yeah, of course, but we're
Yeah.
just saying, we're saying on
Yeah,
the
just
aggregate.
saying
So
on
like
average.
the winning
David
team.
Average them
Peters
all
is
out.
100 points.
Oh, Landon told me 50.
Yeah, he's
so
100
what now?
points.
Oh, it depends.
Chance has
Maybe-
90.
No,
maybe
it depends on the
which
buy-in
tournament.
level, I think.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if it's,
maybe
it's a
okay.
higher buy-in
That makes
tournament,
sense.
it's a higher buy-in tournament, it's worth double. So it's
Oh,
actually
then
100
yeah,
points.
100%
Oh,
your
I know
average
that.
score is
Oh,
going
look
to
at
be.
that. He hit the average.
Then 100% your average score is going to be like in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the winning team each year averages for score-wise, but it's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like, I don't know, 2,000 points.
Yeah, it feels like that's about right.
Right?
Is it? I have no idea. I've never done
I'm
fantasy
guessing.
draft.
I'm spitballing, but I would assume that that's probably pretty close to true.
Should talk to someone who knows about it.
I mean,
We're
yeah,
just
we could just look
gambling.
it up too. It's on the
We're just
site.
gambling.
Yeah, he beat
Chance.
the On Fire Chance Corneth. Just shipped the Choctaw WPT 5 days ago or so. Second place in this. How many bounties did he have? Do we know?
Chance had 4.
Chance had 4 and D. Peters had 12.
That's insane.
Out of
He knocked
40
out a quarter
entries.
of the field. That's strong. I was basically saying that like that's not really easy to do in a
That's
bounty
hard to do.
tournament.
What do you get for 25K?
Yeah,
Bounty?
yeah,
Yeah.
But like that has to be like peak bounties, right?
Has to be peak bounty. That's
Yeah.
a quarter of the field, one person.
It's more than a
300K
quarter.
just in bounties.
More than a
He
quarter.
got 30%.
Triple his buy-in just in bounties.
He got 30% of the bounties.
That's so nuts. E. Peters, God bless him.
And it wasn't even a PKO. Just everyone's worth 25K,
He just
so they
never-
get increasingly less expensive. Like,
Yeah, that has to be like really unheard of that
D.
he
Peters-
actually won the true first place money.
Is D.
Based
Peters
off
one
of,
of the
like-
greatest like ever?
dude,
He's one of the
nasty.
quietest, but he's also like low key an animal.
Low key, just like longevity wise, pretty wild. Longevity in high rollers. That because
His-
people come and go.
His come up was like pretty interesting. He was very much I don't want to attribute it to stakes because things were just so different in like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
But he was very much like on the grind. He was at every WPT stop. He was just to us, like who did, or to me, I guess, to somebody who didn't know him personally, he was just like this quiet grinder who seemed to be very good at the game. But never somebody that like
flying under the radar. sort of
very
thing.
much so.
Yeah.
He wasn't somebody that like was a massive like
He's a force.
presence at the
Yeah.
table where you're just like fuck. But then it's like he started playing high rollers and we're all just like, D. Peters? I didn't realize he had it like that. And then he starts winning. And you're just like, huh, okay. And then he starts winning a lot. It's like, well, I'm glad he's not playing WPT 35 buttons anymore.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it for sure.
But I just
Yeah.
remember like for a long time it was like, oh, D. Peters, like he has it a lot. Like if I'm in a hand with D. Peters, I expect to get shown aces. And then I started watching him in high rollers, like, nah, this kid, he messes around.
He's solid, man. Like one of the things when I watch him play, it's like he just never punts, man. Like I've never seen a hand where Peters just like has some wild like Adamo, you kind of expected the man to punt sometimes. It's like, okay, like he's gonna YOLO it off. Maybe it's a good candidate, maybe it's a fringe candidate. But Peters is just always like execution, like just perfect. If he's running the bluff, like you can count that this is the prime candidate to bluff. And
Yeah.
it's like he's the man. Like
He's
Chance is the
nasty, man.
opposite. Chance is like, it's a bluff. It's like, I just think you don't got it, bro. All in. And it's like, so it's like, it was a perfect, like, different styles going heads up. Congratulations to both of them.
I always find it to be both funny and obnoxious when people's winner photos are like kings and aces.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so ridiculous.
come
Bro,
the
I saw the
fuck
Jason
on,
Mercier
man.
winner photo yesterday as I was walking through. It was 5-3 offsuit. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
was like, Jay Mercer's in the mix.
You know,
bro.
you know what picture I saw yesterday?
What?
Dan O'Brien's picture.
This is true.
You did.
Oh,
This is
speaking
fine.
of Uncle Dan,
Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan
says
has
no.
He has a little message for you. Guapo?
Why didn't he just fucking tell me? Oh,
He's gonna tell you.
He's gonna tell you right now.
Hello, Landon.
Roll that shit.
I know that you're really excited for the
Hold
World
on.
Series of Poker.
Here, I'll play.
And why shouldn't you be? You've been working hard on your game, on your body. You look good. You do. And so I want to wish you, from the bottom of my heart, the best of luck. Because none of that matters, and you're going to need it. Like every large field, no limit hold'em tournament player, your series is almost certain to end in disappointment. And no matter how excited you are right now, no matter how good you feel about your game, you're probably going to hate yourself in just a couple of weeks. And so I don't envy you. I really don't. I hope you do well. You probably won't know that. Good luck.
Uncle Dan doesn't think you can win.
yeah.
Fucking incredible, dude.
Uncle Dan
You need to get a massage. Man.
Uncle Dan's trying to recruit you to the crypto space.
Oh, man.
He's trying to recruit you to the crypto space. He says, you're young, you're entrepreneurial, you're a smart kid. Come on over to NFTs.
No, that's
Not NFTs.
Come on over to the Ethereum world.
Yeah.
You can do bright things in the future, you know? Get out of these big field, no limit MTTs.
no. Yesterday was a small field.
Yeah, but today he goes, I look like a man who's going to win a 500.
You can't break me, man. I swear to God. I ain't going anywhere. Less hype today. But
What if you just offer the series?
I'm 0 for the series. I'm 0 for the series. We take the L. We move on. We're back.
You won't have that same attitude at the end. Like, I'm over the series. I'm over the series. Like,
We'll see.
fuck, I'm in 100K extra makeup.
We'll see.
Not that you should, but have you ever considered like just going 0 for 30?
No.
I've never done it.
I meant like I've never considered intentionally doing that.
No,
like, will it happen? Maybe.
No, I'm not talking about intentionally. I'm saying, have you ever thought about that being a real possibility?
No, but like if it happens, it happens. And I don't. What I mean is, there are people that will play much worse as the series goes on if they're getting wrecked. Because how are you supposed to play your A game, so to speak, if you're in this mentality of I keep losing, the bluff never gets through, I never call correctly, and it's just gonna make you play worse, right?
So you play the same.
So
right?
I mean, it's going to happen by default, but like you can try to mitigate as much as you can.
Yeah.
Right? But like I think there is a lot of sabotage that does go into it later in the series where people play worse because you're 0 for whatever, and it's like I'm gonna be 0 for 30.
After the main, I think that.
I think it's very easy, or it's a lot easier, to treat the series for what it is. Play your damn heart out. Play your best, and whatever happens, happens. When it's not a matter of putting food on the table.
Yeah.
Like, for a lot of us coming up, going 0 for in the series meant that we were going to need a year to rebuild.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
And like I've only ever had. I've had like maybe 2 or 3 losing World Series, and only one was really bad where I went 1 for 27. But it was year 2 of me playing the big game, and I had the biggest summer of my life in cash. So like I lost 50K at the series and won 100 times that playing cash games.
100 times?
It was a big summer, man.
5 million,
It was a big summer.
Wait, 50 million?
This was no.
500 million?
That's why it's giving Conrad a tab.
The Conrad tab started that summer. It's been going ever since.
I didn't even know Conrad yet, and he was already on the fucking tab.
Exactly.
He's just sending me snail mail every month asking for his check.
Snail is a word today. Snail mail, snail dealer.
Yeah,
is a
snail
word.
might be a bingo word today.
Yeah, but like prior to that, and 2013 was a good example where I desperately needed to win. I came into that summer with $13,000. End up winning $500,000. Obviously,
Bro, what?
Every year he wins $500,000, dude.
That's why
I've had a lot of good summers. But like, no, the summer before I was also broke. I had like 10K and I sold a package and I broke dead even. I think I might have made like $1,300
On markup.
Yeah. Even then, markup wasn't egregious. Like, I think I sold my whole package. My package was like 3Ks and below. I sold at 1.28, and then the main I sold at 1.4.
Ooh,
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to prove
It was 2013.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
lowballed
yeah.
myself For sure.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't sell off those 5Ks, and I just took them 100% myself once I had like 30K.
Well, you want
Rip
to
one
go
of those
more?
off for 200, and you're just good.
Do you want to go more into that story about how you took all yourself in the 5K?
We've told it a couple times, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I said yesterday that I had my own Matt Perrin's story, and it was this one. Basically, at the time, I sold the entire package to Mad Marvin Rettmeyer. Shout out to him for believing. And it was all 3Ks and below. I ended up final tabling the 3K 6 max, got third. And like 2 days later was the 5K 6 max. I asked him if he wanted a piece. He's like, I don't really think you're winning in that field. I'm like, it's definitely the exact same field as the 3K, but okay, no big deal. So I played it. He was right. I like stone bubbled it. And then fast forward to the end of the summer. This is before there were post limbs. So the main event was always the last event. The 5K 8 max was the final event on the schedule. It was over 4th of July weekend. And I didn't even ask him if he wanted a piece. So I just took, at that point, I had already final tabled twice. And I had like, I don't know, 50K roll or so. So I just fired.
Okay.
It's only 10%. It's a one-time shot. Like, I'll have 45K if I brick, whatever.
Yeah.
And we just final table it. No, this is 2013. You did
That's
not get to
Conrad's
re-enter.
story, though. That's Conrad's story.
No, Conrad has 45K less than what he has.
Yeah.
Well, it's all the same.
No, it's not all the same.
It's all relative. You have 10K.
No,
Hey, put it all
You
in.
register
absolutely
1K,
not. There's
you have 9K.
No, there's absolutely no parallels between what
If you have
Conrad and I
1K
did.
and you register 1K, you start the tab. Like, that's it.
No.
It's
Got there.
easy.
No.
Look at that. Don't worry.
I was risking 10% of my net worth, and I had the ability to earn plenty more thereafter. I played the event from the beginning because that's just what you did back in 2013.
Well, it's 2021 at this time, and we max fucking late rates.
It was 2013. It was 2013, so there was a ton of win rate available, and there was no re-entry in this field, and it was 1,000-person field.
We could be
Conrad.
Sitting, we could be sitting on the next D Peters. Right?
Conrad has $7,500 and shows up 1 minute before registration closes and fires off 5K of that
And I
$7,500.
didn't even ask you if you wanted to swap as we walked in.
And
You know what? The results were the same. You both made the final table and
Yeah,
didn't win.
it's the same result.
Based.
What the fuck,
Same
Brian?
result. And here we are.
You gonna take my moment away from me like that?
It was not the same result.
Right, you gonna do
Conrad
me
is the
dirty?
next D Peters.
Sorry,
bro.
man.
Conrad, we're sitting on D Peters.
Nah.
I was there rooting you on.
Conrad,
Conrad's lit.
Bro friendship right there.
Conrad's something special. But anyway, at this final table, Perrins ends up winning the whole thing. We were like 1 and 2 in chips, and he raised 4-bet jammed ace 8 for like 50, where I 3-bet out of the big with ace king, and he just
See,
flops me dead.
2013.
8-8x.
What do you mean? I still see that
That
happen.
doesn't happen in
No way,
2013.
Yes, it does.
five-handed?
No.
He opened low jack, or hijack rather, and then
Come on.
4-bet ripped.
Come on.
Ace 8 off.
What?
Come on.
Flop me dead. I also rejam.
Do you see? Everybody's doing
I
it.
rejammed. There was this Italian guy at the final table. He opened low jack, and I had, I think, 6-5 suited in the cutoff, and I was last in chips with like 18, and I just rip.
Bro, come on, dude.
What's wrong with this?
He
Landon's
tanked.
having a heart
He
attack.
tanked.
He tanked forever.
Yeah, and then he called with 8s.
9s.
You see? People
flopped-
were pussy, bro.
I flopped him dead. It came 7-4 deuce 2 hearts.
You could click more because people were a little scared, bro.
I turned the straight and the flush.
People didn't have as much backing.
Did you know when you had 6-5? Like,
Oh my God.
No. Real quick, honestly. Like, what went through your mind when
He'll
you had
fold.
6-5?
He'll fold. Yeah. This looks strong.
Yeah.
This looks
If he
very
doesn't
strong.
fold, we have 6-5 suited. You ever seen 6-5 suited? He flopped them dead. And the guy had an 8 blocking the straight.
he had 9s.
Still flopped. Oh,
He had
well,
9s.
he should have called with 8s.
Yeah. 8, it wouldn't have mattered.
I just want to
Landon
know.
can't grasp like how we used to think about poker like 10 years ago.
I
Yeah.
can't
He
wait.
just
for
doesn't
Because
Landon-
it's fucking hard when you don't have the goddamn answers.
Because in that situation, there is still an answer and there was less thought.
It doesn't matter. You've seen Chance play. He'll rip it on you with the Jack 5-0.
Chance is on the right side. Chance is like there's like the low IQ, mid IQ, high IQ. Chance is on the Jedi mind IQ side of that stuff.
All right, and so was Berkey at that time. What's wrong with you? Listen,
bro, it was 2013. The best piece of software we had available to us was Poker Stove.
Fuck your
So
software.
what you could do is you could compare equities of two ranges. That
Okay.
was it.
Software, just go.
You use Poker Stove with 6'5" versus a range that's probably like decent.
Probably like what? Tell me what the Italian guy's opening from the hijack.
At least have ace-5. Just have
I
an
can't
ace.
wait for you to reg today and two people lip in front of
You
me.
know what we thought ace-5 was in 2013?
What's that?
Fucking garbage.
Yeah.
It was a trash hand.
Yeah, and then it went back to GTO aces. And now I don't know what it is.
New school.
You didn't call raises with ace-5. Just mucked it.
Yeah, bro.
You're dominated.
What's wrong with you?
All the
Obviously
time.
dominated.
Then we realized wheels are a
hard.
thing.
Also, when you make a wheel, sometimes they have 5-6 and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So this is why there's a difference between 2013 story and 2021 story.
Yes.
Yeah.
2021's
Way
a
more
lot
edge
harder.
to be gained in
Way
2013.
more edge
I
in
don't know what the
2013.
fuck you guys were talking about. I was flipping for it all. With 6 left.
Correct. You were
Okay.
flipping for it all.
Yeah, you were flipping
Where's
for
the
it. Like,
edge?
right.
He flipped better than you.
If your edge is being very lucky and winning all ins, and I respect it.
I mean,
Some people are very
I
lucky.
raged with 16 and a half big blinds. That's where I thought my edge was.
Actually, sharp though. He's
Sharp how, man?
He won.
Oh, well, he won. Okay. Yeah. We should run every decision behind Conrad these days. I mean,
Probably
Conrad's in for the 6-5
he's basically
suited
a
jam.
tout. You guys want picks? You guys want fantasy picks? You want to know who's going to win the next event? Ask Uncle Connie.
Watch out.
I mean, we
though.
literally
You guys should probably-
we asked Melissa to pick things based on how people look.
No, she's 2-0.
There's energy behind that, okay?
That's what I'm saying. So it's all good.
Where's Matthew?
There's a lot of energy behind
I
that.
thought Matthew was coming for a session with you.
Big Matthew.
Matthew.
the
Okay, how about this? How about
The
this?
scholar.
Honestly, if I go 0-4 for the series, we invite Matt on the podcast, Matthew on the podcast, and we talk about why I went 0 for 31.
Look, if you're 0 for going into the main, we'll invite Matt into the podcast, and he'll change. He'll change.
He'll
everything.
have an answer. It'll be like Mercury
No,
was
he'll
in
just change the
retrograde
energy,
and
bro.
this star was here.
He'll change the
and-
energy. You
I'm
might
here
just
for it.
FT.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I'm not here for it. I'll be sitting out that day. This is all fucking nonsense. Landon, you're great. Doing your thing. Don't let these idiots
Don't
get
listen
to
to
your...
Dan. Don't listen to
Don't
Dan.
listen to Uncle Dan.
Listen to Uncle Dan.
Look, bro, you have all the advantages. You have softwares that you can look at to confirm that you're doing the right thing. Like,
That's amazing pictures.
oh, look at that face. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You do you, bro. You're a good player.
Yeah, you're great, Landon.
You
You're
are
gonna
good
be
at this
fine.
game. You're
gonna be
studied.
fine.
You're smart. You're
Yes.
patient. You're
Yes.
emotionless.
Yes.
You are gonna win a bracelet.
How did you do
go.
yesterday?
8-1.
Listen, bro.
How did you do yesterday?
I don't need you to tell me all these things. I know these things.
All right,
I
let's get
am
into-
these things.
Let's get into the
I
topic.
am
He dragged Makita into the pit, and unfortunately,
Makita?
he let him out.
Oh no.
He let him out.
Fuck.
3.5 hours later, they both came out dripping in sweat. Landon a little worse for wear.
Yeah.
Sorry, Landon.
GG.
No, it was
sir.
good. It was a.
You
good,
played well.
It was a good match. No, I played pretty well. I think I played all right. He obviously played very well. One of the best MTT players in the world.
Only MTT.
Credit where credit's due. And it's wild because we started 250 deep, and we were just kind of going to war for it. Just like 3 bets, 4 bets. Like we were hearing from. I don't know if he was hearing it because he's kind of locked in. But I was hearing like D-Nags and Kevin, they played round 1, like had a kind of a good time. And Daniel was like, oh shit, like there's the first 4 bet, like first 4 bet of the match. And Makita and I are just like 3 betting every other hand. So like we're playing deep and we're definitely both trying to play to win. And when you're playing with someone good and there's not that much EV to be gained, you kind of just have to go with it and just like find 3 bets. Like I'm 3 betting the 6-3 of diamonds, 200 deep. Like you just mix for it. You're just in there. He's 4 betting me with Jack 3 of spades. Like some people, when you do that, it's like there's a fine line between genius and madness where it's like this is madness, but he's studied and knows what's going on, like, and he knows how to operate post flop.
So you're making fun of my man Berkey for the 6-5 suited, and you're in there with the 6-3 suited.
It's a mix. 25%.
It's a mix, Berkey.
25%. Heads up, different game.
No.
18
same
big
game.
blind jam.
Did
Not
it
a
work
mix.
for you? Because it worked for Berkey.
It did.
Okay,
Flop came
so then it's the
6-4
same.
deuce.
Look, I think you guys are misinterpreting. I'm not defending the 6-5 jam.
Damn it, man.
Okay, so
I'm just saying 2013 was a different time, man. You know, you did
I
some
don't
shit.
think you were defending it
He
either.
tanked with 9s. It was a fine jam.
That's what I'm saying. He definitely folds 8s.
yeah.
He was scared, man. ICM was real.
Ace queen is muck.
For sure.
Straight in the muck.
For sure. If he calls with it, he can't win.
No.
He couldn't win once he tanked. I knew it was good.
Yeah.
I walked right over to the rail and didn't even look at the flop, and Fildo just goes straight flush.
Fortunately for him, and the way that works with the 6-5 is like he doesn't have to call ace queen. He can just call appropriately and make money.
Ace queen is appropriate.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Ace queen off's probably a fold.
No fucking
God.
way. Not in
Close
2013, it isn't.
Okay.
Actually, 2013 is probably more of a fold.
Good luck folding ace queen off to 15 today at the 500.
It was 18.
Whatever, man. It's all the
But
same
you
back
would-
then.
I understand back then. I'm not saying the
Yeah,
ace
we
queen's
just
a
got
fold
that
back
reading
then.
Harrington on
26
Hold'em.
big blinds on me yesterday with 9-5 of hearts.
I saw it all yesterday.
We just got done reading Harrington on Hold'em, where if you're in the red zone, which is an M sub 5,
Yeah.
then you're just all in.
What you know about the,
And you want to know
the
what
red zone?
you want to know what 5M equates to big blind wise?
Like 20.
30?
Yeah. It was
I'll never
rounds.
forget. I'll never forget. In like 2006, I was playing this like dusty ass Seneca Niagara tournament, and I get the old ace queen, having just read Harrington on Hold'em, like middle position, and you know one of the tighter old regs, old man coffee type opens, 5x probably because it was 2005. And I look at ace queen, and I count out the M. And I go 5M, okay. I'm all in, dealer, for like 31 blinds. Comes back to me and goes, oh, that's like all my stack. Like, yeah. He's like, this is a draw in hand. And folds ace king face up.
Oh my
Yep,
Yo, yes,
sounds about right.
This kid doesn't fucking know, man. He doesn't know.
We disrespected Harrington too. Remember when we were talking about like how many people made like
two
the
final
WSOP
tables.
final table? We just forgot that he made it twice.
Yeah, he made it.
No,
Yeah.
he made it right on that cusp.
Yeah, it was still smaller field.
It was
like
Moneymaker. It was like 800 people, and then it was the next year with Fossil Man with like 2,500 people.
Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, he's
it's
made it
good, but
twice.
like that happens all the time in 2,000 man fields.
Yeah. But I mean, it still counts. I mean, obviously, we didn't count like Doyle and shit.
Yeah,
When there was
I'm just
30
saying
people?
like we could also look at like 5
Less,
diamond,
maybe.
Yeah.
where like Foxen makes it back-to-back years, and that's a 1,200 person
Yeah.
field. You know, it's not that inconceivable. It's way different than like Newhouse doing it.
Right.
Which is just like, what?
So Foxen yesterday, I think he passed to today.
He did.
In
He did.
the 25K.
I thought you were going to say in the 500 fucking house maker.
He might have done it both. He might have just been like, oh, I finished my match
Look,
early.
here's
let
my
me go
goal.
right.
Here's what I want to do. I want to bag today in the home wrecker, and then play the 25K tomorrow, and make day 3, so that I have to sprint back and forth.
You're going to play
between,
the 25K?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I want a piece.
No, absolutely not. You're cut off. You're on peace probation. You're on peace probation for missing an episode of the podcast.
He's done.
You have a 2-event probationary period.
25Ks don't count. I want a piece of the 25K.
Probationary period.
I'll pay 1.2.
1.2?
Okay.
I think you're going to win.
He's about to sell 90% to you.
1.2? Yeah, how big a piece?
Oh, now it's all good,
I'm
right?
losing at 1.2.
Fucking
We
funny.
all, everyone in this room knows I'm losing at 1.2. I reshoved 6.5.
I believe in
Come
you.
get your bracelet bets. The DMs are still open. Taking
I'll take it.
25
I'll
to
take
1.
it.
There really
take
is a non-zero chance that you might jam a 6-5 again.
There's a 0% chance of a jam 6.5. I'm so I've been so traumatized by suited connectors. I'm terrified of them. I want nothing to do with them. They're bad hands. Now King 6 suited. King 6 suited is gonna get in there. That's in the
See?
mix.
You're
We got a
learning.
high
That's a
card.
mix.
We go with the high lows now. You know, we don't
High
fuck
low,
with
gotta
these
go. Let it flow,
connecting
my dear.
things.
All in.
Yeah, we're down to the final 16 though of the heads up. Does not include Landon Tice.
No.
Although, man, what a spirited attempt you gave.
Yeah,
No,
you gave it a good try.
I was happy with the way I played. I was happy with the way things ended. In
I
the
was happy
sense
with
of-
how you got psyched up.
I was very psyched up.
Yesterday was fun to watch.
That was great.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
punish yourself this morning?
Yeah, I did.
That's not punishment. That's a reward.
Wow.
Drank
Until you
7 raw
ask,
eggs.
I thought it tasted pretty good.
Fucking nutrients.
I thought it tasted pretty good. Other people thought it was gross. And if it's gross,
Do we have
grow up.
footage of that?
No, we don't want footage.
I heard your cholesterol is through the roof now.
Yeah, it might be.
You ate 7 eggs raw.
If cholesterol gets me, it gets
Cholesterol
me.
dead,
That's
basically.
not-
basically had a heart attack.
I saw he was like drooling the egg white afterwards.
I put the video.
It's on Instagram.
I put the video in the group chat. Yeah.
you put it
See
in-
if you want to pull up the video of.
It's on your Instagram.
It's on my
Yeah,
Instagram.
if you guys want to follow Tice Landon on Instagram.
Yeah, I've been doing an effective day by day situation of recording the series, like small little updates, what time it is, what we're getting after, how it's going.
How many eggs you're
And
eating?
right now, not going great. But you know what I am doing is I'm waking up every day, waking up early, getting in the gym, doing the opposite of the Sean Deep styled approach. Fortunately, Sean also did not make it through in the 25K heads up. Because if he were to win and I were to lose with the exercise versus non-exercise approach, he's probably got it. He's conserving.
How about every time
Sean
Landon
is one of
busts?
the greatest WSOP players of all time.
He
How
is.
about every time Landon busts an event, he has to do some Rocky style thing? Like
We
next time
started
he has
with
to
the
like,
eggs.
chase a chicken and catch
Yeah,
a chicken.
I would love to watch you chase a chicken.
If you chase a chicken,
I would love-
He can't play another event until he catches the chicken.
This is a great idea.
Bro,
if you chase a chicken,
bring the chicken.
By the end of
chicken.
the summer, we just like have a Rocky style montage of Landon, like chugging.
Yes.
Oh my god, the editors will love this.
running
Chugging
up a snow
eggs,
mountain.
chasing a chicken around.
Honestly,
this is a
man,
great idea.
chase the chicken.
honestly, it's a great idea.
don't
And if you
choke
want to
it.
come up with stuff, I'm here for it. I'm in.
God,
I'm a good
you're
sport.
so cute, dude. You're so-
So the
I
final
remember
16's, the final 16 is actually pretty legendary. We got
Sick
my man
tournament.
John Smith back in the mix.
John Smith.
He's gonna fuck up Wagons today. I'm sorry, R.I.P. to Wagons.
How does John Smith
Damn.
do?
Yeah.
Every year he only.
He's gonna
plays-
win the fucking event.
Bro, the
He's
anti-sweat.
going to win the fucking event. I'm sorry for everybody who gets in his way. My man John Smith.
John Smith.
This guy's like 73.
He plays
He,
every year.
he plays nothing but street poker. He doesn't give a shit
Every year
about your
doesn't give a shit.
sizings or your frequencies. He doesn't give a fuck.
You think he
beat
folds
this man?
6'5"
Hold on.
suited? Suck
Fuck
a
no.
dick. He's ready to bang.
He only plays 6'5".
He only plays a 25K, dude.
It's true. He plays the 25K heads up. He just waits. Well, it used to be a 10K heads up.
They need to run
But
that
he's so
tournament.
rich. He's so rich
He don't
now.
care,
Like he doesn't
dude.
care. Double
He's
it,
won
triple
so
it.
many of these. He can
Whatever.
play them for the rest of his life.
Bro,
That's right,
They
whatever.
need to run this tournament back. Like,
Never.
run 2 of these a series, man. Please.
Honestly, the thing I enjoy most about the heads up tournament is that so many people walk away disappointed, but are so excited for the structure, and then they just have to wait a whole another year. Because now they know what we feel like playing the main event
Yeah.
and busting day one.
It's so
What's
fun.
that like? I don't know.
It's the worst feeling
It's
on
such
the
a
planet.
fun tournament.
Man, what are you
That
like
sucks.
9
I
for
did
10?
bust one
14.
day.
Honestly,
15, I
though,
don't know,
like seriously,
something
if you
like
have the
Oh,
opportunity
God.
at some point, like playing Heads Up No Limit live is a great experience. Just is.
I can attest to that, especially when it's for cash.
Cash game's better.
Cash game's so much better. Just well, I was gonna say like
It
you
doesn't
just
have to
get
be
this
tournament.
deep,
Just
but
Heads Up in
like,
any form. Yeah.
the only heads up match I got to play, not only were we not deep, but like he would buy him for 50 bigs, lose, and then like maybe buy him for 50 more sometimes buy him for 30, sometimes buy him for set whatever, but then like he'd lose that and then whatever was in his pocket. And the one time I beat him out of like 100 in a few minutes. Literally, we might have been playing for like 15 minutes. So we're playing 501K. I just beat him out of 100 very quickly, like 50 or 40K at a time, whatever. And he goes, let me buy it for 5K. I'm like,
5K?
no. And he goes, come on, let me buy him for 5K. And I'm just like, well, it's free $5,000. Why am I saying no to this? Because I don't want to deal with the end result where
yeah.
he gets some back.
Or he just goes to 100.
Right, where he just like runs 5 all the way back up and I'm stuck like 50. I don't want to deal with that. Like, I'm just going to pass on this gift. I was like, all right, go ahead, buy him for 5,000. And then I bad beated him. I finally put a beat on him.
I mean, you also played against some people from down under, too.
Who?
Played against Aussie Matt.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was a game I don't even know the fucking rules to.
That was BLO, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I was just like, you're steamed.
You have to use both.
So-
You're steamed. I'll play you in Pinochle right now.
I'm
You,
looking for
you don't give a shit.
the match I'm looking forward to most today is Ivey versus K-Rap. I think that's going to be
I
that's
just
a
want
fun
Ivy to
one.
win
That's
everything.
a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
Ivey versus K-Rap is nice.
Yeah. I mean, I can go through all the matches and we can kind of have a quick
Sure.
chat.
Just spit them out, yeah.
So let's start. We started with Wagons, John Smith. The anti-sweat was real. I told Wagons I was coming for him and his family, and he's currently at Final 16, and I'm not. But John Smith is coming for you and your family. So I'm sending someone better than me. So good luck, Wagons. We like John Smith. Sorry, Wagons. Next, Rabbit Chow Ivy. Let's get into it. I like Kevin.
I
need Kevin.
Yeah, like I mean, Kevin's one of my friends, so I'm rooting for Kevin. Even though Ivey's on my fantasy draft, I still want Kevin.
Ivey beat Clicker, and he beat. Let me go to the round of 32. He beat Jeremy Osmus in the round of 32.
Why isn't Hellmuth playing Ivey in the Poker Go 800K matchup? This guy's the fucking GOAT, man.
He always go back.
Didn't he just like rip off the fucking 25K WPT
Maybe
heads
Ivey
up
doesn't
too?
want to play him.
So Ivey did
Was
win
it
the
WPT
WPT.
or Triton?
It was WPT.
It was a WPT
Ivey wanted
in
to go to
Cabo.
Triton.
Oh, okay.
And
Huh?
Phil
Ivey wanted to go to
Triton.
Triton though. That's why Durr left. That's
Okay,
why Durr
but
left.
like seat open, right? Like how is
Maybe-
this man not on the
Maybe
short
Scott
list?
Seaver wants the rematch.
Scott Seaver definitely should want the rematch. He's got to. I know what I said.
Wasn't the
he's still a
rumor-
big favorite.
I mean, I don't know. No one take my word for it, but I heard like Ivey's coming in for like the 7-figure match if it ever gets there.
I call. Well, let me rephrase. Phil Hellmuth will never play a 7-figure match versus Phil Ivey. I 100% will back that. Like,
We would need
take it to
Durr,
the
yeah.
fucking bank. Anybody who wants to bet against me, you got it. Like, name your fucking price. In our lifetimes, we will never see Phil Hellmuth playing a 7-figure match versus Phil Ivey.
Yeah, you need a Durr.
Never.
You need a Durr to win it, and then maybe it happens.
Yeah, like I'm sure Seaver would probably take on that match too. Maybe not. I don't know, but
It's a tough one.
Talking about our boy Seaver, he's at the final table at 2,500.
So is Nick.
star-studded. Seaver's chip leading
Wait,
the 2,500.
we didn't finish
Yeah,
the 25.
let's keep going real quick.
and then we'll move on. Yeah.
So next in the round of 16, we have Sean Winter versus MJ. I like Sean. I'm gonna go with Sean. Anyone else have any opinions? Go for it.
Sean's a weird
I have
dude.
MJ in my fantasy draft, so I'm gonna root for MJ.
Sean's a weird dude, man.
Sean is really good at
every
poker.
time I see him, literally every time I see him, he goes, "It's like the first time we played together." I'm like, it's not.
I think he
It's
looks like
just
Justin
not.
Timberlake a little bit.
That's
I don't
his.
know why.
That's his shtick. Sean is one of the low-key funniest people in poker to me.
Yeah, there's a video of him drunk. This video is so fucking epic, man. I wish we just like had it on hand. It is like 2016, 2017, something like that in Florida. He's drunk trying to do a bench press prop of like 315 or something like that. And whoever's filming it, you can just see they catch Hastings like out of the corner of the camera off to the right, and Hastings is there in like a rolled up t-shirt or whatever, like curling 15s. Just like getting after it, watching drunk Sean Winter sit there like struggling, and he ultimately just ends up dumping the fucking weight.
Yeah.
Do your thing, Hastings. Do your thing.
No, it's iconic. It was definitely an iconic video.
Don't let nobody weight shame you, bro.
But yeah. Yeah, so I like Sean there. Just a great no limit player in all its right. Next we have Christoph Vogelsang versus Koray Aldemir.
Wow.
Good match.
Battle of the Germans.
German match.
I have Christoph. I mean, the guy's just a fucking machine. I mean, they're both great. I mean,
Well,
whatever. It's a toss.
I take back my stance. Corey is not too rich. He's too good.
Oh, so hold on.
Excellent
So
pick.
there was someone that took Koray Aldemir for
Excellent
2.
pick, Landon. Excellent pick.
That someone was me.
Yeah, excellent pick.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I can't win myself, but I can find other people to win
Bro,
for
it's
me.
like event too.
Wow. Wait, that was for your bonus pick, right?
He was not. My bonus pick was me.
Oh, I was just making sure that.
What a waste of a bonus.
I was just making sure that you didn't take Corey.
Yo, how you
over
doing this series, Matt?
Huh?
How you doing this series?
He's about to play the 25K and win. Bro.
I'm a
I have a
man
piece.
who's gonna win the 500.
Sounds like we're both 0 for whatever. Yeah. Keep talking your shit though.
Oh, for whatever.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take a piece of Berkey tomorrow?
We'll figure it out. I like Koray. He's on my
1.2.
team.
I have Christoph. I like Christoph. I mean, the man's a fucking animal, bro.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it.
Corey's not gonna be able to even
I'm gonna
see
say
this
it.
guy's face, bro.
Koray had me knocked out yesterday with the sick one-liner he had. So Koray's first match was against Roque Castizia, friend of Ali. And the way it works is you play the winner at your table. So
Right.
Koray plays Rock, I play Makita, and then the winner of our matches fight. So we were talking a little bit kind of cross-table, and then Koray calls Rock and I like the new internet kids. And I tell Koray, I go, so you wouldn't consider yourself an internet kid anymore? And he just says, back when I was an internet kid, there was no RTA. And said it like loud enough to kind of like make Rock a little shook. And like he didn't really say anything, just kind of cowered. Like I was dying. Like I was just laughing 4 hands straight. Like that's a strong one-liner.
Man, I really retract my statement. Corey's the best.
He's the fucking
He's
best.
the fucking best.
He's great. I still have Kristoff.
That's fine. You can take Kristoff. I'm not the one that's going to be sorry for it. Next, Chance Corneth versus Patrick Kennedy. P. Kennedy 97 online.
I don't care
Online player
Chance
versus
gonna win
Chance.
against anybody.
Chance is on heater, man. I like Chance. I like Chance.
Yeah.
Next, we got William Stanford versus Dario. I don't know
Dario
Will very much.
Sammartino?
Dario Sammartino.
I'm honestly going with the
Question
Italian guy.
here, Dario just fucking wipes the floor with him. It's not even close.
Yep.
Dario's
I like Dario.
20-minute match.
I like Dario. Next, we got Alex Foxen versus Dan Smith. A good
Wow.
match.
Battle of the
It's a
OGs.
great match, yeah.
It is a good
Fucking
match.
Dan.
I'm gonna go with Fox. He's my
I gotta
friend.
go with tough love Dan Smith. Dan always keeps
yeah.
it real with
Going
me,
with
man.
Dan.
I'll
All
do
the Dans
Cowboy
keep
hat
it
for
real
the
with
win.
you.
Dude, so many, you're right, dude. All the Dans really try to put me in my place. All the Dans. If you're a Dan out there and you want to come up to me and say, hey, my name's Dan, Daniel Negreanu too. He came up to me and started trolling me about the
I'm
Ace Sport
telling you.
Suited Jam.
I'm gonna have a conversation with Dan
Bro,
Zach.
I'm going to have an intervention. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
Dan
sitting
Zach
somewhere.
really needs to step it up.
Yeah, he needs to step up his game.
He's
Like
too
he's
nice
too
to
nice
you.
to you.
Oh, he is.
He's trying to play the good cop, but like really
Bro,
deep down, he knows.
like, one day I'm gonna have an intervention. It's gonna be me and just a bunch of Dans. It's gonna be the Council of Dans, and they're all just gonna be like, "Crypto's a great space, man. You should get into it." So I'm gonna take Dan, even though tough love Dan. And then last match, rounding it out, Anthony Zeno versus Jonathan Jaffe.
I like John Jaffe.
John Jaffe
John
for sure.
John
John
Yeah.
Jaffe's super OG. Like, yeah, John Jaffe's
He's
tough.
gangster.
He's also just plays tough, bro.
Yeah.
The man just plays really tough.
Yeah.
He'll rip it with the 6'5" suited right in your fucking face.
Does he
bro.
ever say a word?
Jaffe?
Yeah, he's cool.
I know. I just never seen
Nah,
him.
he's-
I just
he's
find
You're
it-
on that level, bro.
Bro,
When I know.
one day on this pod, we need to put the Dolphin story up.
The Dolphins?
Dolphin trainer.
Yeah.
We need to put the Dolphin story up. If you know the
100%.
Dolphin story, it's fucking hilarious.
How do I not know the Dolphin
I do not
story?
know the Dolphins.
All right, well, we might bring it up on Monday. We
We'll
might
bring it up one day.
on Monday.
You'll know about the Dolphin
If
story.
he wins this tournament, it's going to be on Monday for sure. 1,000%.
All right. So after all these names, who do you have to win it all?
John Smith.
John Smith.
Brian.
The only amateur left in the
Ivey.
field.
I'm going with the homie.
Dario?
Smith.
Oh, Dan.
Dan Smith.
Dan Smith.
RJ, just pick your choose your fighter.
I'll take Vogelsang.
It's a strong pick. I gotta go Kevin though. Kevin,
Man. You guys are all embarrassing
do it
yourselves.
John Smith.
You don't know what John Smith brings to the table, bro.
John Smith winning is great for the game.
he's won twice.
They
him win again.
literally increased the buy-in because he won twice. That's how popular he made this event.
Bro, they're gonna turn this tournament from the 25K heads up to the JSI, the John Smith Invitational.
Invitational.
We need it. We need it. Good for the game. All right.
It is a great tournament. Anyways, that's that. It's a great tournament. Would like to play it again, but now it's over. Took my L, drank my raw eggs, and I'm better for it.
You know what I'm excited for? Sleeping in tomorrow.
Why?
I thought you were playing 25K. Is that 3 p.m.?
Yeah.
Ooh, it starts at 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you thought it started at the same time as the fucking
As a down bad invitational.
Down bad.
I haven't slept past 7 a.m. in 5 days. And
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get to 9.
Yeah.
You know, like this 6.5 hours of sleep, immediately jumping in the gym. It's a grind.
It's gonna be 6 a.m. You're
I
wide
can't
awake.
even sleep past 7 a.m. no matter what I do.
It's a fucking grind. But honestly, like, it's also one of these things where I haven't played late enough for it to really affect me. Like, I can just stop wasting my evening playing pickleball and making myself more tired. But, you know,
I stone
you
bubble.
only live once.
I
Where's your
stone
whoop?
bubbled
Don't you have a
MGM.
whoop that tells you your recovery? Oh, there you go.
My recovery's decent. I'm in the 70s.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel tired.
Yeah,
It's only day 3. Not great to feel tired on day 3.
that's fair.
We'll go through waves, though. I'm also like super low carb right now, which maybe I'll adjust as we go. We'll see. But yeah, one final thing to discuss, or one final event to discuss, I guess. 2,500 no limit event, which for what it's worth, like, was an insanely soft field from what I saw.
Yeah.
Final table, though,
Not
so much.
I was like, what the fuck?
Like, I know everyone at this final table. It's led by Seaver. He has 68 big blinds.
On my team.
Okay. Lamana. He's got the sieves. Leave it to Seaver, if you will.
Yeah.
Leave it to Seaver.
Seaver's there. Nick's there.
We got Big Huney coming in at 24 big blinds. The short stacks are Lewis Spencer. You guys might remember him from his main event run last year. Nick Schulman. He's in the middle of the pack. Well, the bottom of the pack, I guess, with 14 big blinds. The actual shorty is Sean Hood. That's the one person I don't know. I'm guessing more likely to be a rec player. He has 9 blinds. Let's see. Other notables. The fucking Eagle, man.
Eagle's
Yo, he
in there.
does
The
bro.
fucking Eagle.
I told
Steve
you.
Zolotal.
The man does
Just
it.
there, rocking the stash from the 70s. He hasn't touched it since.
Fucking legend, bro.
He's
a
just,
legend.
he's just in the
Really
mix.
is.
He's got 31 bigs.
Sergio's in there.
Who?
Sergio Ido.
Sergio is in there.
That guy's.
He's in the mix. He got 28 blinds. It's a pretty well-rounded table. Like Seaver has a dominating chip lead with 62. I think
that's
next
wild.
in chips is like 39.
Yeah.
Yeah,
David Goodman.
He's in such a great spot. A lot of people are going to try to ladder. He's going to try to steal.
I mean, right now they're playing a 10-handed final table still.
Right.
10-handed ICM pressure is unreal. That being said, jam your 6-5 suited, Matt. Keep going for it.
Don't judge me, bro. Don't judge me. Yeah, like 5 of the final 10 are pretty well known. I'm guessing the other 5 are probably some mix between grinders and recreationals. That does add a lot of EV for the better players. But whenever you have Schulman coming in at 14 blinds, Lewis only has 15. Like, sure, they can navigate, but they're a lot less threatening. You know, Seaver with 62 is obviously in a very, very, very good position to win another bracelet. How many does he have? 5?
He's going for number 4, I think.
Number 4?
Yeah.
In a no limit event. I wonder how many no limits he has. Maybe none.
Maybe 0. Hard.
They're tough.
He also, I think he's, I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about his current game, but I would say he's likely to be better at mix than no limit.
For
nowadays,
sure.
you
Not
know?
even close. It's not even close.
just plays
Just the
all the
way he
huge-
thinks
yeah.
about the game lends itself to mix and
Yeah.
like the less solvability or less solvable aspects of it.
And that's not to knock his no limit game. Like, his mixed game is just that good.
No, of course.
happens,
Let's be clear. Like, I know I went on a rant during the Helmy thing, but like,
What'd
I
you
love
say?
Scott and I respect him to death.
What'd you
He
say
was
then?
way ahead of the game pre-solve. Way ahead of the game.
He don't stink.
But he's just like not going to be working on no limit the same way
especially
everybody
when it's
else
like
is.
2,000, 4,000 mixed games at Bobby's room. Like, he's not.
That's why I didn't draft him. I can't believe he's in a 2,500 no
I
limit.
was shocked. I mean, he might have just not had a seat, or maybe the game.
I
didn't
thought
go.
for sure he was
But
going to be
then
putting
actually-
in
But
like,
it's 3-6. There's 3,000, 6,000 at Bobby's room. So
Yeah.
like, he's going to be in there too.
yeah,
you
and the
know?
big bet mix that he plays with Marcus is also massive. I think they played 1K, 2K,
Yeah,
no cap.
it's big. Bobby's room
These games are
mixed
huge games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for him. He's always fun, and then also it's just like more money for him to fire off against Phil Hamian.
That's true. That is true. He's basically trying to just parlay his bracelets into more Helmuth heads up money. Bro,
Is Hamian back? He might be back today,
he's
right?
supposed to play the 08 today.
Yeah.
All right, so we can all agree it's impossible to win a no limit bracelet, right? Like in a general sense,
We can agree what now?
that it's very difficult to win a no limit
hope you win
bracelet.
No, I don't agree.
Oh,
It's 8
easy.
to 1.
I don't
8 to
agree.
1.
Do you know how many
impossible
people are
easy
telling
is
me
two
that
different
I'm a
things.
steal at 10 to 1?
What?
Are they out of their goddamn minds? You might not be 10 to 1 to final table.
I think asking Mercier would probably be the best. It's really hard. No limit. These fields are massive, man.
Massive.
Honestly,
Massive.
Uncle Dan. Call Dan.
Dan will tell you the truth.
Dan-
No, you're not winning.
I know I'm not winning at 10 to 1. I would never make that bracelet bet. That's insane.
10 to 1 is.
I think 10 to 1 to final table is like probably pretty reasonable.
Was it somebody just trying to get your action?
What do you mean?
When they were saying you're still at 10 to 1. Were they trying to get you to say,
It was
okay,
somebody who
fine?
backed out of a bet where they were first laying me 40 to 1
Gotcha.
and then said that the person they were chopping the bet with said that they think I'm sharp at 10 to 1. And I said, whoever you're talking to is an idiot.
10 to 1 is
10 to
wild.
1 is impossible.
Yeah.
I've already skipped the 100K. It's like not the most winnable, but like field size wise.
I think Daniel Negredo said that on his vlog. Like, it's even though it's harder, it's easier to win the tournament just off sheer numbers.
Right.
Like, easier to win the
Your
the
ROI
bracelet.
is significally lower, but your
Right.
actual
Percentage.
times that the percentage of times that you win the event outright is
Yeah.
much higher.
Yes, exactly.
Like astronomically higher.
Right. It doesn't matter. Even if you're
I just think there's like
losing
a
or
big
breaking even.
conflation or a big confusion, I guess, between like people who play mixed games players and win bracelets compared to like people who specialize in no limit. It's like the biggest mixed game field is like a couple hundred people. You know, like the 1500s will draw like 4, maybe 500 people.
Right.
The smallest no limit field outside of the 100K is going to be a few hundred.
No.
Like the 25
high rollers.
Yeah.
And
even
anything
that,
under, anything like 5K and under is going to be like thousands of people.
Yeah, for sure. I think the 10K 6 max last year even got like 600 or 700.
Yeah.
It's just like we're in different times, man. These fields are not fucking
People are rich,
winnable.
dude.
Different times, same times. I don't care what time it is. I'm winning a bracelet.
I can't breathe.
Bring
up Uncle Dan again.
Do you want more action on 8 to 1?
Do you need to hear
I'm
Dan's
good. I have
message
my
again?
money.
You don't want more action on 8 to
No,
1?
I'm all right.
You're going to win, dude.
What about 9 to 1?
I have my action. I've learned about lighting money on
What
fire.
does it matter if you're going to win?
Because
We still don't want a bad price.
every day,
There's no bad price if you earn a win.
every day I check price. Kind of
There's no
bad
bad
price.
price if you're getting
No,
if you're
If you
alive.
Yes,
run it
there
back
are.
for
Yes,
8
there are.
summers, you'll get one eventually, right?
Here's the thing. When I was 22, 23, I was exactly like this.
Same. That's what I said. You have to be.
Exactly.
You have to be. Otherwise, you're wasting your
smack the
fucking
shit
time.
out of
Get
you.
out of the goddamn industry if you're not that way.
Yeah.
These guys are so insane, man. Like they tell me, like, you know what? Don't rush. Enjoy your life. And then they say to me, how dare you have this kind of excitement at your age? Grow up.
No, not excitement.
You're
You can
allowed
be
to have it.
We're all excited.
Just don't tell us about it.
And just remember also,
We're not excited.
Uncle Dan
Jaden,
is a perma bear in everything that he does. Just
Perma
like
Bear Dan.
Yeah, 100%. Like he thinks things are just gonna collapse.
Listen,
I just want you to have
Dan
money.
is the chairman of the Council of Dans. It's Dan O'Brien. Followed by his vice chairman, Dan Smith. And then we can fill out the rest of the Dans too. Dean Eggs is probably like on the lower side because he's also kind of nice to me and funny. But like I don't really get the same Dan-ness from the other head Dans.
You're so
We're gonna have to comprise a list of Dans.
I know.
Let
And we'll
them-
see where we rank them on the spectrum of nice
I'm going to have
to
a
me.
cameo with Dan Shack in here. Just
Oh,
like,
Dan
what are
Shack.
you doing, man? What are you doing? 8 to 1.
You should let D Moon Girl on there too.
Yeah, even Danielle.
Oh, Danielle will be on the list.
Yeah, she belongs on the list. For sure.
She's on the very good side though. She's
no.
nice to me. She's nice to me.
No.
She might like you, but she'll tell you that you're never gonna win anything and to shut up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nothing makes my summer more than
Nah,
texting Danielle bust out hands.
Danielle, you wouldn't do that to me.
All right,
I'll have a Danielle
Guapo,
vlog.
write this down,
cameo.
Guapo. We just got to get a list of, a statement from literally everyone.
One time for a podcast, it's just going to be me and all of the people in the Council of Dans. And I'm going to host and be like, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Only Friends intervention.
Shut the fuck up, Landon.
It'll be exciting. So if you're a Dan and you want to apply, you might be on the council.
Jungle Man. Just Dan.
Oh, Jungle Man, you want to be in? You're in.
Jungle Man would somehow be sitting in like a cross-legged yoga pose, hovering in the middle of the room, just saying, "It's not your time, son."
Wow, there's so many Dans. Just like there's so many Phils.
Yeah, Dan's were second to Phil.
Why do we think that this industry
There's so many Dans and Phils.
selects for certain names? Like why Phil and Dan?
they're all
You want me to
disturbed.
tell you a real answer?
Kind of. I have my
Popular name?
estimation. I think it's like non-biblical names.
Oh, no, I think it's because it's
No, there's a
Poker's
lot of
still
Matts.
predominantly white.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
And-
I understand that, but there are a lot of
You're
other
going to have a lot of
predominant-
white names.
But there are obviously a lot of other predominantly white names that aren't as.
I know, but if you look at the distribution of, like, you have a lot of.
Phil and Dan aren't. Maybe they are. I would say that they're probably not top 5 names.
Dan has to be.
Dan is a big
Dan's
name.
For sure.
Daniel.
Matt is a big name too.
Matt.
Yeah.
Daniel, Matt,
Not in
Mike.
this industry though.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of Matts. Yeah, there's a lot of Matts.
We don't
They just
succeed.
They just don't play high rollers.
Yeah, like there's a fellow Matt on your council. It's Matt Lance.
Honestly, it's not even about the sheer volume of the actual name. It's about the success attached to the names. Why are there so many good Phils and so many good Dans and not so many good Johns? There are a lot of good Johns.
John Smith.
John Smith.
What do you mean? Stop wrecking.
Get out of here.
I said
gotta
not
get
so
on
many,
John
not
Yeah, you would
zero.
think that John is more
John
popular
Andrus?
than both those names.
100%. John.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. Like
maybe
I
the
think
most
non-biblical
popular name,
names
right.
are more likely to appear.
Johnny Chan?
Again, waiting to hear a good John.
John Andrus?
Okay,
John Andrews is
but
good.
like
John
know,
Jawanda?
Yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
fine. But like
Get
we're
this guy out here
comparing.
with this down bad tape.
None of them are white.
Yes, they are. They're all white except John Jawanda.
John Jaffe?
Yeah, Jawanda's. I'm pretty sure
count.
that's his
Doesn't count.
English name.
It's not his real name.
Jawanda.
Yeah, of course.
He probably has like a Chinese
Or you
name.
think Johnny
Yeah.
Chan's real name is Johnny?
It's Johnny. Johnny Vibes? That's
Johnny
a John.
Vibes. Oh, of course.
Okay,
Johnny
fine, but
Vibes.
like we're talking about Ivy, we're talking about
Galfond.
Jungle Man, we're talking about
Phil
Phil
Galfond.
Gelfand, we're talking about the
Jonathan
best of the
Little?
best, huh?
Jonathan Little. There you go.
Jonathan Little.
That Jonathan and John are not the same name.
It's the same. It's
No,
like
they're not.
Christian and
Okay,
Christopher.
what
They're
are-
the
John-
same.
No, you literally have
John-
John in your middle name.
Correct.
You're on the Council of
Yeah,
Johns.
you're on the Council of John.
No, I'm not.
What
Yes,
are
you
different
are.
Mikes? Like we know Adamo. Is there any? Because Mike is a huge.
Mike Madison.
Mike Sexton.
Yeah,
Mike
that's
Sexton.
Sexton. Okay, yeah.
Mike Mizraki,
Yeah.
who I've conflated with his brother for the fantasy draft.
Yeah, there's a lot of mics too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of everybody. I'm just saying they're dominant fill and dance.
You know what? There's a lot of names, but there's only one Matt Berkey.
I don't know what that means. Landon's a unique name, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know many other Landons.
young name.
Sounds like someone that might win a bracelet this year.
Not too
It
many
reminds me of the
Landons.
real world for some
How many
reason.
Landons do we know our age? None?
I feel like there was a Landon on the real world that's probably near our age.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Landon's
it was
the
a-
first Landon I think I've ever met.
Now there's like, they're all over the place.
Do you know
Are
what's
they?
nice though? When Conrad becomes like the Omega Pinnacle on the top, there's just gonna be one Conrad up there. There's not gonna be like 20.
Wow.
Sure. You just wait.
It's nice
We're
that you
sitting on D.
believe.
Peters right here.
It's nice that you believe in multiple lives. I'm excited to live my next one.
You dusty bastard.
I hope I have a tab in my next one.
Yeah. Tab living is
I'm
nice.
gonna give you a tab in this one. Don't worry, Burke.
Damn.
I'll just be happy if you pay your tab in this one, buddy.
I hate when he says buddy.
Buddy,
bro.
yeah.
It's so
annoying.
passive aggressive.
Buddy
Fucking
is the
worst
worst
name.
name. It's like
Fucking
literally
So condescending.
You don't call people buddy.
Passive
bro.
aggressive.
Well, no, you do, but not in that way.
No, he does it. You know why he does
Yeah,
it.
right. It's condescending.
Buddy.
Pay off
Yeah.
this one, buddy. You'll get
Yeah.
you'll get a bracelet next year, buddy. Good try, buddy.
That's a very East Coast thing though. We used to call everybody buddy in
Let's
East
not
Coast.
start with the East Coast shit yesterday.
You,
man. Yesterday I looked it up.
you don't need to defend me. Christian's right.
It's not.
My tone is implied.
Of course. That's a condescending. Of course.
Yeah, it's like something that someone on the Council of Dans would tell me. Good luck next year, buddy. Try again.
Yeah.
Nice
yeah,
try.
it's fair. Especially if I know your name. Like if I don't know your name, okay, it's a substitute because like I recognize
It's
you.
still a bad
That's
substitute.
still bad because it's like he doesn't know my name.
You don't
Like, that's
know
what
that.
he's saying.
Nah, you don't know that. I actually don't use buddy when I don't know someone's
That's
name.
why if you use
exactly
it.
why. Because
Yeah.
you know, if you say buddy,
Oh my
then
God.
he's gonna know that you don't know his name. You just say, all right, good to see you. I'll see you later, bro.
Someone's
Later.
gonna come up to Matt and he's gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" And he's gonna be like, "Oh, fuck."
I'm gonna do someone whose name I do know, but they're not confident that I know their name just because we had this little shtick.
Sick flex, man.
Yo,
Maybe
why
I'll
does
do it to him.
He's like super aggro-versial.
No,
You
I'm
are
not-
being really aggro
Yeah,
today.
he's been very
Hey, man,
aggro.
I'm not gonna have it anymore. This guy picks on me all the time.
Nobody's picking on
Nah, I give
Don't-
you, I give you
Nobody's
gentle
picking on you,
ribbons.
bro.
No.
Yesterday we were at the gym. He goes, all right, man, like for the vlog, I need you to film me doing some stuff. I'm like, I got you.
Not for me.
So he goes to do like chest press with dumbbells or whatever, and I start filming from behind. He has no idea I'm there, just
I
repping
didn't
him
have
out,
idea.
whatever.
There was an idea.
And then I give him like the 180 cam, you know. So I come around to the side, and this motherfucker, he's such a prima donna. Like he catches me out of the corner of his eye, and he just starts like laughing through his set, and he's just like, "Why are you doing this, man? Why are you doing this?" I'm like, You asked me to do this. You asked for it.
No, I didn't expect like the rotating 360 cam. That really caught me off guard.
And I'm so good that he starts laughing. I know he's gonna then struggle.
Right.
So I cut it off right before the rep that he fails on.
He's really nice to you.
Yeah,
man.
I'm looking
You know
out,
what?
man.
Nice people don't say they're nice deeds.
I know. He didn't say that.
He just did.
No. It was just a story tell.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have to put that part in.
No, he did.
I left out the part where you shit in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, that was a really very real story.
It's just him and Melissa holding hands, pooping in the middle of the floor.
Yep.
I literally have.
Oh, I
all-
saw that one.
That's fun.
I'm glad you videotaped that. It's on your Instagram.
Yeah. It's on our OnlyFans account. If you want to go to OnlyFans,
The OFOF.
Wow, that's wrong.
you'll find everything you look for. All right, guys, we need to wrap. I need to get down to this turbo and rocking it off. No podcast tomorrow. Hopefully 25K for myself and young Tice. We'll be back Monday with plenty of updates. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. Monday will be day 2 of the 5 million guarantee house party event. Monday will also be day 3 of the 25K, as well as some of the mixed events that we'll try to do a better job of updating you on, even though I don't care.
We sold another seat. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Down to 2.
Better get them.
Down to 2. Grab them while they're hot. The Poker Out Loud Academy, August 16th to 19th. 2 seats remaining. If you guys are interested in that, head over to academy.solveforwhy.io. You'll find all the information you need there. If you need to find more, feel free to email my man Brian here, Brian Lamanna. That's LAMANNA at solveforwhyacademy.com. He'll fill you in on any questions you may have. That's it for us. Same time, Monday-ish. Good luck and Godspeed.
Let's get it popping, man.
Peace.